Welcome back to another chilly day on the ranch. It's getting real cold this week. Anyways, we've got some really exciting news. Today, we are launching our new everything. Our new farm, our new ranch name, really. Regen Ranch. We've got some merch. We've got all kinds of, I don't know, it's fun, it's exciting stuff.
We're gonna go inside where it's warm.
So we actually decorated for Christmas and it's like really early and I understand that and I've always been against it, but then, you know, like seasonal affective disorder hit me the day after daylight savings. I was like, the sun was going down and it was like 5:30 and I'm like, it's time for some Christmas lights.
He said, you know, it'd be nice to have Christmas lights, and I said, okay, we're decorating for Christmas. I've been trying to convince him to decorate before Christmas for years.
I'm pretty sure it was even slightly before, what was that, Halloween this year that she was talking about it. I was like, absolutely not.
I wasn't trying to do it before Halloween though.
No, but you were already talking about it before Halloween. It's like,
but speaking of Christmas, we did something exciting in honor of our new name. Look at that.
This nice little logo ornament. And so we made that with today's sponsor, which is a laser engraver, the Alfaro Laser 2. And it's really neat little tool. You'll get to see it here in a second. But just what we've been able to do with it so far and what we're going to be able to do with it in the future is like super exciting. So this is the Alfaro Laser 2 with the long focus laser. It is a laser engraver slash laser cutter. It's best to be safe with the safety glasses. We're gonna go ahead and start this. It is operating. This is something I've never done before. I've never worked with laser engravers or anything. New software, really easy to pick up and start using. We got it, a couple of days ago, got it put together in just a short while, and then really started playing around with the program, trying to figure out, okay, what kind of designs can we do? Things like this template, where it came in super handy. Has all the settings predefined for, this is Lightburn, is the software I'm using, but basically it'll show you, okay, with all of these settings, here's what the outcome is. And so essentially, we'll do this test template on each different material that we ever use because it's gonna burn different on every material, right? Each material is different thickness. So the different materials that I've tried so far is really just wood. We do have some other stuff, some different thickness wood. This is basswood, I believe, 1/4 inch. We've got some 1/8 inch and some plywood that we're gonna do some tests on, and we also got like some leather sheets as well as cork, just like thin cork board. So a lot of different things, but this can do metal, it can do ceramics, it can also do acrylic. So a lot of different uses. We're just starting to scratch the surface with what we can do with this little machine. One of the things that I've done is I affixed it to this plywood frame. Now plywood probably not the best because it is burning. You can start to see some of the burns as it's been cutting through the different materials that I'm doing. It gives it a nice frame that easy to move, easy to do all kinds of stuff. And I did basically just do a grid pattern on the frame itself so I have an idea of where I'm placing this. So in here, there's basically different layers. So I can select and adjust, okay, what do I want to do based on the different layers? And so I can cut one layer, I can shade in another layer, I can basically just tag them or start stacking them. So like this has, I think, like 26 different layers for this template that we got off Etsy. And each layer is like, okay, we're gonna do this line at different powers or different number of passes, or down here, the speed and the power. This makes it really easy and saved me a whole lot of time of trying to figure out stuff on my own, the different settings, because I just ran this. Essentially what this is doing is showing me, hey, this setting is gonna be the fastest setting to use to cut through the material. What kind of shading do I want for like the actual engraving? Do I want it lighter? Do I want it darker? And it just helps me quickly identify, hey, this is the one I want, so I want to do 6,000 millimeters a minute at 100% power. Yeah.
Yay, look at that.
Whoa, whoa. Here, Daddy, put these on so you don't get blinded. It's black on the side.
Yep, you know why?
From it cutting it?
Yeah, because it burns, it cuts it. So this is a very affordable machine, and it works really well so far in my experience. Just really excited for what we'll be able to do with it and just playing around with different designs, different materials. And really, I mean, the sky's the limit with this.
So yeah, we decorated for Christmas. We even got a new tree. Ryan went and got a new tree on the night we decided to decorate, and he was really thrilled about it.
I was so excited.
So our old tree was like a white tinsel tree, and it was
everywhere.
And we knew that, but like when we took it out, I mean, it was worse than I remembered it being.
Like piles.
Yeah, just it was everywhere. But yeah, we got some pretty cool ornaments this year. So we have obviously the one that we made, which is the Seed to Table logo, which is pretty cool. What? My bad.
Oh,
yes.
You can't even get it out of your mind.
Sorry.
We can't speak of that.
Sorry. So we have the logo, the Regen Ranch one. These I got from Target this year. I got this set, like all the sparkly ones, like this, the gold. That was like a set of 50. It was only 15 bucks at Target. It's a pretty good deal. We've had these. We have like some of our special ones, like Baby's First Christmas. We bought this one this year, which is First Christmas in our new house, because we were hoping to be in this house last Christmas, but that did not happen, unfortunately. So this is our first Christmas in this house. This was my ornament for this year. You know, like people do the yearly ornaments.
Growing up, that was one thing my parents always did is, oh, here's an ornament that's like something that happened that year. And it was always fun and special. And so when we were at Target and I saw that, I was like, oh, hey, we got that this year.
Yeah, and I've always
Arianna
wanted a baby grand piano. So that was my yearly one. That is mine, yes. Well, it was my stepdad's mom's ornament. And he heard us talk on a vlog once. I mentioned that it was like one of my favorite ornaments as a kid. And so he gave it to me. He gifted it to me, I think like that Christmas or something, when he saw the vlog, which was very sweet of him. And so that's on there. I'm trying to see like what other special ornaments we have.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, we've got a little special one of Rev.
This one from my school.
This is one of the ones Rev chose from Hobby Lobby. One of the few good ones. We went to Hobby Lobby. Why did we actually go? Oh, we went to get the material to actually use the laser engraver, and that's why we had gone. So my mom knows we're going to Hobby Lobby, and she forewarns me. She's like, oh, you're going to Hobby Lobby? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, it's gonna be like a madhouse. And I didn't even think about that. Like, I'm sure you guys know if you go to Hobby Lobby on a decent regular basis, the holiday seasons, it's crazy. Ryan is definitely a country boy now, and anytime he goes into a city, his face right now is like, he gets a little overwhelmed and he's like, this is why I like living in the country. He doesn't like all the people.
Let's put it this way. I don't like the amount of traffic that's in our less than 3,000 person town.
Yeah, we live in a small town now. What did we grow up? So Wheaton, where we grew up, was like 85,000 or something like that?
Yeah, it was twice the size population-wise of the county we live in.
Dang. Hold on, I gotta clean my glasses because I can see that they're dirty.
Oh wow, you're using your shirt today.
Yeah, it probably will be dirtier again. So anyways, I'm really glad my mom had reminded me of that, because I pre-prepped him. I told him. I didn't tell him before we left because I thought he might decide he didn't want to go. So I didn't say it before we left, but when we were like, I don't know, 10 minutes away or something like that, because it's like a 30-minute drive from us, I was like, just so you know, it is heading into holiday season at Hobby Lobby. It's going to be super busy. And I'm pretty sure he was very glad that I prepped him. In fact, he said he was glad that I pre-prepped him, because there wasn't even like parking. People were parking like far away because there was no parking. Thankfully, the area that we were mainly in, like looking at the material for the laser engraver, wasn't super busy. But Rev and I did go look at the Hobby Lobby Christmas stuff. It wasn't as bad when we went as it was when my mom went, and even so there was like parking issues. But I was a little disappointed in the ornament selection. One of the things the girls wanted to do this year was pick out an ornament, and Ari and Ren didn't come with, and so they had given us, like, they had wanted to use their money to buy an ornament. And so they had given me their money and like told me what they wanted, and I was trying to look for stuff, and like there was not good options. Everything was very like gaudy, just a bit much. And so the acorns was really the only thing that we found.
But very busy.
Stop licking those lips, girl. Did you put towel on? You need to do it again and stop licking it. What? We rarely, if ever, just like film what we're doing in the house anymore.
No.
So this is everyday life. Making zip fizzes every day to stay awake. I think it was the last video I posted on my channel. I want to say it was my channel that I posted there. I was talking about these zip fizzes and how they like give you energy, and I was saying that like I wasn't sure if it was really just placebo or if it actually works. It does work. We had to go without them a couple weeks ago for like a day or two. It was horrible. I was so tired. So they actually do work. We don't give these to our children. They've had them, yes, very infrequently. And so she's currently filling the tube with a little bit of water so that she can drink the remnants. Because everyone knows children don't need more energy. Do they? No.
Regen Ranch. We got the shirt, we got the hat, we got some merch. It is available, right? Mm-hmm. It is available for anybody that's looking. But let's get a little bit into like the name Regen Ranch. Where does that come from? Well, I was thinking, you know, based on obviously some of the stuff we've talked about before, like regenerative agriculture, regenerative farming, and so obviously we're not a farm anymore because we're not focused on Is agriculture
the whole thing
consist
agriculture
of
is everything.
That's what I thought.
But the whole thing is like most people think that a ranch is like thousands or hundreds of acres, and like yes, there's like a ranch lifestyle. It's kind of like minimalism, you know? There's minimalism and there's like minimalism style. There is a ranch lifestyle that is like roping horses and hundreds to thousands of acres, and usually that's like beef cattle.
The dream.
That is the dream. We would love that.
Oh boy. Rev wanted.
Oh, Rev wants to show one of the shirts that's available on our thing. So what's it say, Rev?
I can't read it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, it's backwards.
It says raw milk, bone broth, herbal remedies, raw honey, grass-fed beef, and sourdough.
But yeah, so basically a ranch is like, hey, there's livestock involved. Your primary focus is on livestock and raising livestock.
The actual definition. Farming is plants.
Versus plants.
Ranching is animals or food.
So ranch, so we are a ranch technically, and so that's where, you know, that part of the name comes from. And then regenerative agriculture is the practices that we're trying to instill on the property and, you know, just in our lives. And so that's where Regen comes from, Regen Ranch. And then Arianna had this wonderful idea for the logo.
Well, my sister helped.
Well, I know, but it was like your idea.
It was my idea.
And then you gave her the inspiration. Real neat design. I love it. You know, it's Essie's face essentially.
So it's got the brown Swiss cow, and then the roots coming out of it, and then like the
leaves
kind of
and stuff
turns into
coming
leaves, which is supposed to be like the regenerative aspect of it.
Yeah. From more of like the business side as well, one of the things that we have made some changes into how we're actually legally able to sell the raw milk, which we'll get into that in another video at some point. But we also, now that we've got two cows in milk, we hadn't yet really expanded our customer base yet with the addition of Essie's milk. But now that we've got everything switched over, we're kind of in this new method of business, I guess we could say. We're officially, like as of today, starting to expand our customer base and selling more milk. So that is super exciting. I'm glad we made it here. It's been a few months coming. Arianna's put a ton of work into the website, because that's brand new too. We didn't have a website before. Arianna completely built the website. It is beautiful. She did a wonderful job. There's tons of information on there too. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of fun and exciting stuff that is now coming to fruition that has been on our minds and been stuff we've been thinking about and talking about for, gosh, almost a year now. I mean,
to me though, it's just like crazy how like fast we got to this point.
Yeah.
Because yes, we've been talking about all this for like,
I mean,
it's not even been a year, because we got Essie
yeah.
in March.
So
when
it
we
would have
got
been like
Essie,
April, May timeframe.
yeah, when we got Essie, we knew she was a high producer because she was a brown Swiss and coming from a dairy. So we knew that she was gonna be a high producer and we'd have customers, but that was never our end. Like our end goal wasn't to be a regenerative dairy. It wasn't to like make that our business long term.
Right.
It was always just, we're just homesteading. I don't know, for us to be at a point where like we have never like really tried to push our business, and you know, we had a wait list like right off the bat, mainly from like word of mouth, or just like if someone asked on Facebook, I'd be like, oh, we have something. Yeah. I made like 2 posts maybe, and we had a wait list and I had to close it. And so I haven't even like pushed it yet, and we'll be doing that soon after we officially like start up this next round of customers. But it's been exciting to see, and hopefully, really the one thing now holding us back from being able to like really push forward is more land. We have to, yeah, figure all that out, because that's really the biggest thing that holds us up at this point, because dairy is where we're starting, but we want to expand into grass-fed beef and raw milk raised pork, which means we need also more dairy to also feed the pork. Rev wants to do more eggs. So yeah.
Lots of things to come, Lord willing.
Yep.
And it's just
It's
a matter
all been Lord willing.
It's
so.
time and, you know, God's blessings. And effort.
I mean, God can bless you and give you a ton, but you also have to do something with it. It still comes down to your own personal choices and actually putting the work in. And this dude puts a lot of work in to making all that happen. A lot.
Sometimes it means I don't get to spend as much time with you doing what you want to do, huh?
And on my birthday you do. Oh.
Absolutely. Like last night, there was something, the milk machine just wasn't operating the way that it was supposed to, and so it took me twice as long to milk. Instead of taking the, 30 minutes or so to milk the 2 cows, and then it took like an hour, and so and then I had to spend an hour and a half last night fiddling with it, trying to get it back to operating correctly, which I did finally. But I mean, there was 2 hours of time that wasn't expected.
Lost with the kids,
so just didn't get to do the other stuff, right?
Yeah. Every night he usually reads the kids a story and puts the older ones to bed. And that's right, we read a book instead.
Yep.
We read the original story of Rapunzel.
When I came in, I was gonna come in and see if you were still awake and read to you, but you guys were sound asleep.
But we just want to tell you guys the exciting news. I'm sure some of you guys have already spotted this. Ryan's worn the hat, especially.
I'm not wearing this. I mean, we got the merch, what, 2 months ago almost?
It's alright.
A month and a half ago.
No, it's fine.
No, it's okay, right?
Yeah, so you guys may have seen it. We weren't really trying to really hide it. We were just waiting till we officially launched some other business stuff before we really announced it. But if you guys want to check out the laser engraver, like we mentioned, I also believe I have a coupon code for you guys. It will be down below in the description box for you. Ryan has been loving that thing. We are actually using it to work on a project for my parents for their anniversary gift. We are making them some special ornaments.
Didn't even show the initial things I did. So this was just a little piece of wood that came with it for testing. And this was one of the first things I did. And then I also had an old leather wallet. And so engraved that.
He also did, he didn't line this one up centered. That wasn't the machine's fault. That was something he changed and forgot to fix. But yeah, this is
just a cork
he's just been having fun with our logo.
You missed one.
Oh, and then this was the first picture I tried to do. So this is just a picture of the kids when we were at Rocky Face. And so it just printed that.
And that's what we're gonna be doing that for the ornaments, but I found some helpful tips to edit your pictures a little bit more so that they're more contrast. There's more contrast to them so that they print better with laser. But yeah, you can do so much.
Oh, my face is so glowing.
Oh my goodness, you're like an angel. Hello. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out the link in the description for the laser engraver, but also for the merch.
Oh, yeah.
The website, the new website Ariana put a bunch of time and effort into, and it looks so nice.
Thanks.
I've never been one to push
Merch?
for anything. Yeah.
But I'm
I've
really
always been
proud of
like,
this
nah.
one. I feel like
Yeah.
it's like stuff that, I don't know,
Like-
back in the
like
day,
it's-
like YouTuber
it's
merch
nice.
was like,
Yeah. It's
okay, it's fun, but like, do you really want to wear that? Where like this logo, I just feel like it's just a cool logo.
Yeah. It's neat. I like it. Already got some questions on it.
The very first day he wore it out.
The very first day. Yep.
Yeah,
Revelynne have been spending some time doing their own drawings of the logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun. I really like
things
it.
with it.
I really like the design that you and your sister came up with. And this is
Embroidered.
This
Wow.
is fancy.
We're getting fancy here, guys.
What we do need to get on there though is a sweatshirt because
Okay.
I need a sweatshirt.
There will be more stuff coming, but right now on
Can you
there
make me
is,
some glue?
there's this, there is a handkerchief for like dogs or whatever. There's small, medium, large. There, and that
I
just
also
has,
need like a beanie hat.
yeah, we're gonna add a beanie, and then there's the t-shirt that Rev was wearing.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you are new. And I have not said that in years. I don't know where that came from.
It's just like muscle memory of the vocal cords.
I guess so.
Came back to haunt you.
Yeah, I guess. Something like that.
Oh,
Well.
we'll see your wonderful faces in our next video, guys.
There you go.
Not tomorrow, sorry.
No.
Bye.